Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Justice and this is Mr. J Graphics. On today's tutorial, we are going to show you, I'm going to teach you how to design electric appliance flyer. This was recommended by one of the subscribers called Nathaniel Atiga, and he dropped that in the comment section. Say, Mr. J, I want you to please kindly do me a favor and design electric appliance today. That is what we're going to check it out. Without much further ado, please, before we start, do me a favor, hit on the notification bell, subscribe and hit on the notification bell. And also, if you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Without much further, I'll go directly to Photoshop. We have already launched that, so I'll go directly to create the size for the design. So I'm going to create 20 by 20. I'm using Photoshop 2020, right? So 20 by 20, and I will maintain resolution 300. Now we are going to create our background, so look at this very carefully. So I'll just draw my rectangle. Now after that, I'm going to change the color to something that I love, something that I love. Something that I love it. So I'm actually finding a background which I wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this, and now I'm going to lock it because I don't want it to distract me, so I have to lock it. Now I'm going to I have to unlock it and then create a pattern. So a pattern, I already load that, I have already load that pattern on Photoshop. So it's once I think I have that, I've done that, and I've done tutorials about how to load a pattern in Photoshop, so you can check that out on the channel. Now I'm going to FX. Once you go to FX, you come directly to pattern. Okay, you can also double click in here like that, and this layer styles will pop up on your screen, and you come directly to this end, pattern overlay. Now I'm going to drop this arrow and then drop this arrow, my PC pattern. So I'm gonna go with this one. This is actually what I want. Now I have to decrease the opacity. Without decreasing opacity, I don't want it to look like this, because once it look like this, it will not be attractive to your design. So once you go with this, you can see it's very attractive. And now look at the scale. See, the more you turn it down and all that, that's the more the bigger the patterns becomes. All right, the bigger the patterns become. So I think this is okay for me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer. So I'll go directly to this plus in here, I'll click on that, and I'm going to change the color to something like that. Okay, now I'm going to use my pen tool, my brush tool. At times when the caps lock is on, you cannot see the size of the brush, you see. So unless you turn off the caps lock before you can see the shape of the brush tool. Now this is what I want, so I'm going to place in here like that. Okay, so this is what I'm actually looking for. Once I'm done, I'm going to decrease the opacity a little bit like that. And now once I'm done, I'm going to close this one too. And now I'm going to I'll go and bring my, no, I have to create another shape in here like that. Okay, so I'm going to create a shape here, like that. Okay, now I'm going to change the shape to white. Once I'm done that, now I'm going to create another shape in here. So I'm going to duplicate this one by Control J, and then drop it down here like that. And then this one I'm going to just click on this, then you come back to and drag this one to right here like this. All right, and now I'm going to change the color of this so that I don't want this one and this one to, so I'm going to use a little bit ash color like that. And now I'm going to write in Mr. J Graphics there. I'm going to increase the size, then type in Mr. J Graphics, Mr. J Graphics. This is not actually the spellings of graphics, but for me it's because I am I just want to make it kind of a brand style. Okay, so that is why. Now I did some creative in here. Where is my folder? Because I don't want it to be looking kind of a little bit different like that. So I think this one is okay. Now we don't want this anymore, so I'll get rid of it. And now I'm going to go with the resources. So I'll come directly to my resource, and then electric appliance. I'm going to use this one in the background. Going to use this one in the background, so something like that. And I'm going to change the blend to then decrease. I just want to use screen and decrease the opacity a little bit. Now I'm going to go with the, which one do I start first? Okay, so let's start with which one do we start first? Okay, so let's go with this. Now I'm going to create clipping mask. So now I just create a clipping mask, right? Okay, now let's see this. Okay, I love it in this way. And now what we're going to do is going to create a shape that is ellipse. We're going to create ellipse. One will come here. All right, now let me change the colors so that you will know what I'm talking about. Now one will come here, another one will become here, and another one will come here. All right, let me close this and increase the sizes a little bit. Now let me increase this one. Okay, then change this one, the color, to something like this, and let's see how it's going to be like. All right, let me push this one here like this. Now I'm going to bring in the resources one by one. So first of all, let's use this one. Okay, all right, so using this one first. Creating a clipping mask, you just right click, create clipping mask. Okay, this one is right here. Let's change there to white, ash color like that. And now let's give it a stroke. So come to the FX, you create a stroke for it, right? Then you change the color to something that can be seen. All right, something that can be seen in here like that. So let me increase the let's go for another resource like this one. This one, it seems like it's not properly, but let's see what we can do. Let's drag this one to right here. Create a stroke, and now let's create a clipping mask like that. Okay, the next one, stroke. Now let's change the color to white, and now go for close. You have to close we have to go for another appliances. So which one? Let's use this one, and then drop it right here. So this one will come down here. We just create a clipping mask like that. All right, so now after we done that, I'm going to create layer mask, and then I'm going to brush down, decrease the brush a little bit. Then let's brush this end, let's brush it a little bit to fix in the background. All right, so once we've done that, I think this is okay. All right, this is okay. Now I'm going to create a stroke line. So I will close this fill. This is the fill. I will close it by clicking here. I'll close it and I'm going to open the I'm not going to open let me close the line and then open the fill. All right, then draw a shape right from here like this. And now what I'm going to do is I'll go straight to the layers. Okay, and you see this fill in here. I'm going to close it and then go back to stroke, FX stroke, and now I'm going to use this stroke. All right, so you can see this is okay. This is okay for me. Now I'm going to change it. Let me change the stroke from the position from outside to inside. Okay, like that. So you can see this is okay for me. I don't want to see the edges round. All right, so I'm going to drag this down to here. Okay, now let's push it a little bit like that. And now I'm going to rasterize it and then go for rectangular tool, and I'm going to cut off this end and here like that. Control X on my keyboard. So it's going to be like this. Then I'm going to type in Mr. J Graphic Appliance, Electric Appliance, Electric Appliances, right? So I'm going to drop it down here. Right here. Let me give her some shape. So I'm going to draw a shape like that. Once the shape is there, I'm going to drop it down so that we can see the text. I mean, the text and the shapes are all the same color, so we have to change it. We have to change the color so that it can be seen. Let's change. Let me go to properties and curve the edges like that so you can see. Okay, now I'm going to draw rounded rectangle here like that. And now I'm going to draw, I just need some, I have to give out. I'm going to change the position, change the reverse. Okay, so let me change this right here and push this down. push this one right here. Okay, and now let me change the position. Something like this. Okay, so I'm going to make this one round like that. Okay, I'm going to drop it down here, and then I'll write there. I'm going to write it stop shop now. Okay, so shop now. Seems like it's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to close in the space in there a little bit, and then decrease the size so that it can fix in there. All right, like that. And now what I have to do is okay, they says I should give out what do you call it, discount info. So I'm going to draw that in here. Then I'm going to create gradient. I'm going to change the style to radial. Now I'm going to make it red. Then change this one to okay. Then let me create a stroke, a very wide stroke like that. Since it's very big, so let me slow it down like that, and now decrease it a little bit. And now what I have to do is I'm going to write in the 50%. 50% off, and drop it right here. I'm going to close the gap, so you come to the A, and then you close right here. Alright, and you leave it here. Alright, very nice. Okay, very nice. Now what I have to do is maybe if they have you're gonna drop the telephone numbers. So let me duplicate this, Control J, and then change the color to black. Okay, then you write the number 054226. Okay, Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you're just going to leave the number here like that. Let me change the style to, let's say, this one. Black. Now let me type in, change the style to this one, and then type WhatsApp or call. Okay, so you're gonna call them, either you call them or you WhatsApp them. Okay, so this is very simple. I'm actually playing with the colors, the numbers on the keyboard. All right, so you can also do that. Increase this a little bit and increase the number. The number have to be okay. So here we go. This is the end of this tutorial. Please, if you find this tutorial helpful, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to leave the images link in the description below so that you can check that out, and maybe if you want to also try your hand